Welcome to a special That Blind Tech Show demo. Cooking without looking. If you've listened to our latest episode, Jeff and I had some fun as he thought I was putting chickens out of business here in New York. I also got an electric egg maker, which was like $15 or something. And the one thing that I am not comfortable with, I'm a pretty independent blind guy, but I'm not comfortable using that stove.
An electric egg maker. I can see all these unemployed chickens walking the streets of New York right now.
No, Jeff, you're confused. They still make the eggs. I guess you should call it an electric egg preparer, not maker. But the actual product name, if you want to find it in Amazon, is the Dash Rapid Egg Cooker. Great product. Got it on sale on Amazon Prime Day for $12. It's retailing now on Amazon for $18 here in the United States. Now, this product is perfect for people like me. I'm not comfortable using the stove. I never learned how to cook when I could see. Now that I can't see, I just don't like that stove. I even have it covered in my apartment. Can't tell you the last time it's been turned on. I do, however, like my eggs. I saw this product. It's the number 23 overall selling product on Amazon, so I figured I'd give it a shot. I did need to use Ira to get comfortable using it, because anytime you're cooking or plugging anything in that you're not comfortable with, always good to do it with some sighted assistance the first time. Now that I've done it once, this is the second time I'm doing it, making myself some eggs. I'm going to go ahead and try and do it on my own. So if there's a major pause or you hear a fire alarm, that means things went very poorly. With the Dash Rapid Egg Cooker, you can make all different kinds of eggs. I guess you could prepare all different kinds of eggs. You could do your scrambled eggs, your omelets, poached eggs, as well as hard-boiled eggs. And it does have a timer that goes off that lets you know when things are ready. I went through the instruction manual with Ira. Right now, the only thing I'm really comfortable with is making the omelets, so I'm going to make a 3-egg omelet. I'm not putting anything in it, as I need to take a closer look at the instruction booklet, as you can put some things in it. Now, what comes in the box? You have like a base station. It's a pretty tiny device that'll fit in any kind of apartment or dorm room or anything, or a home if you're a rich person and live in one of those. It's just kind of a heating plate, and then it's got a couple of plastic utensils. So you've got the small heating plate, which has 2 parts to it. The top comes off, and inside is what I needed Ira's help with. You have a tray that goes in on top of the heating plate. Then you have a tray that I believe you'd use for hard boil or poach eggs. Then you have your omelet and scrambled eggs tray, and it also comes with a little handle which you can put on. I haven't figured out how that goes on or even if it's needed. The device does get hot. What I decided to do was to use a good cloth towel. You also have a water tray, and it has a couple of lines in it. It has a low line, a medium line, and a high line. You can feel them. Depending on the kind of eggs you make, that's the different water you will be using. And on the bottom, you have a little thing that snaps off where if you want to make hard-boiled eggs, you can poke your hole in the eggs. So it has all of that. So you're going to hear me preparing my eggs here. I've got a carton of eggs. And they suggest that you mix the eggs up in a bowl first. So I'm going to hopefully successfully get 3 eggs into my bowl here. Open up, get the garbage can out for the eggshells. And here we go. So let's have some fun. Cooking without looking. Whoever came out with that term, that was fantastic. It wasn't me. And we're off. And egg 1 is in the bowl. And the shell is in the trash. I know you really were interested in hearing that. So we've got egg 2. And that's cracked in the bowl. And now we've got egg number 3. And that's in the bowl. Now, the first time I did this, I only did it with 2 eggs. It says it could cook up to 6 eggs at a time, which I don't know about that because this tray, it's a little tiny, and I just can't see 6 eggs fitting in there. But hey, if you're wanting to make yourself a hungry man omelet, it does say it can make 6 eggs. Garbage can is away. We're going to put the eggs back in the refrigerator so I don't accidentally knock them over. Accidentally knocked the Brita over the other night. First time I had ever done that, and that was a giant mess. So I'm trying to keep things clean here. Get my spoon to mix up my eggs. And I'm going to do it over the sink. So I'm mixing up my eggs now. You know, and all you got to do is just quickly run your spoon in your bowl and get that going. So Now, it does say in the directions for the omelet on the Amazon webpage, if you keep flicking down after what comes in the box, it does have a PDF of the device. What I did was I clicked PDF, it opened in Safari, and then I imported it to VoiceStream Reader and read through it myself. But there are some tables in there, so like I said, I used Ira, and we had some fun the other day going through the product as Ira was able to go to the Amazon page, find that instruction manual. We went through it together, which was nice to do. Actually, the longest phone call I've ever had with Ira.
Remember, your first 5 minutes are free on Ira. Check it out, ira.io.
AIRA.io.
Okay, so these should be all mixed up. I'm going to place it to the side because the first thing you got to do is put the water in. So I'm going to fill up this thing, and I'm going to empty it. Try and get to the level. I'm using my finger in this little plastic thing, just trying to feel the level and trying to get the water. It's not a lot of water, but just trying to get it to that level. So now that I have it to the level that it suggests for omelets, I'm pouring it into the heating pot, and it's just a very minimal amount of water. Now I'm putting the tray that's supposed to go in there on there. So now I'm going to attempt to pour my 3 eggs into the omelet pan. And it's not a pan, it's just a plastic round tray. Okay. So pouring over the sink. And that's successfully been poured into the omelet tray. And I'm putting the omelet tray on top of the tray in the device. Now, wash my hands again, as I got a little yolk on there. Now what you have to do is you have the top to the device. Whoops, and I put my egg, I put my hand in the egg, which is why I don't use the stove, because now I'd be burnt. Okay, so let's get to the top, which was a little further back here. I've got the top of the device, and the top kind of twists on, so it locks into place. And now it's locked into place. So now I'm going to plug the device in. Let's make sure those hands are dry, because the last thing I want to do is get electrocuted while doing this demo for you. So I am plugging the Dash egg maker in. And just so you know, the egg maker does come with some plastic on the prongs that plug in. Take those off, otherwise you won't be able to plug it in. Now the great thing about this device, it only has one button. So I'm going to push the button, and we're going to be off and cooking without looking. Here goes. And it just pushes straight in. You heard a little click. And it's making the eggs. I'm not hearing any noise. It's kind of quiet. Take about, for an omelet, I believe 4 to 5 minutes. It is a rapid egg cooker. I'm going to get my plate ready. It does say, I recall in the directions, if you like a dry omelet, which I guess I do like, I don't like it too runny, to leave it in a little longer. So after I hear it go off and echo, set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Starting now.
Just like to know, even though you don't need to set a timer per se, I do like to know how long it's going. Now I can hear the device. I'm going to move the iPad a little closer to the device, so you could probably hear that it's heating up the water. And it's doing its thing, the rapid egg cooker. Like I said, for the price, you can't beat it, especially if you like eggs and you just don't feel comfortable using that stove. I actually have a sighted friend I was telling about this product. She's married with like 4 kids, and she just hates preparing eggs, and she heard about it. As I was telling her about it, she was looking it up on Amazon, and she placed the order. Hey, Dash, I've sold another one of your devices. Not that they were having problems selling them if they were the 23rd most popular product bought on Amazon. You might hear this in quicker time as Jeff is going to do his magic, so you don't have to sit here waiting for the eggs to cook. We might just skip forward to the eggs being ready. And I've got my towel here because the device does get hot while it is cooking, so you don't want to touch it with your hands. When it does go off, interestingly enough, on the Amazon page, somebody uploaded a video, and it sounded like a fire alarm when the device was going off, and I was just debating, do I really want to get this? I think they've gotten rid of that alarm, because when mine went off the last time, it was a much more pleasant sound that wasn't as loud. And as soon as you hit the button to turn it off, that alarm does go away, that ringtone. It sounds like a pleasant sounding ringtone now, which is the way it should be. But I did play that video on the Amazon page, and that was not a pleasant sound that your eggs were ready. I mean, people when you're building might thought your apartment was on fire. And somebody who's blind using the Dash Rapid Egg Cooker, the reason we're using it is so we don't start fires. And obviously you want to use this on a counter clear of water. I'm using mine right next to the sink. It's plugged in, and it's really, like I said, very tiny device. Hopefully our eggs are going to come out well. And what I suggest after you're done, before you touch the device, just unplug it. I believe they suggest doing that in the user manual. I'm going to let the alarm go off and leave it in for another minute to see, because the last time they were a little runnier than I like my eggs. And this might take a little longer because I'm doing 3 eggs this time to 2, but it'll be interesting to see if the 5-minute timer goes off before the eggs are ready. In the user manual, it does tell you how long, but I don't recall exactly what it was saying for an omelet. But I'll tell you, this is the easiest way you're ever going to make an omelet. You want to make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs. There's a movie quote for you, Jeff. Fight Club. I'm still here. And I just touched the device. It is really hot. I'm one of those people, when you place my food down in a restaurant, if you tell me don't touch the plate, it's really hot, of course I'm going to touch it. So this device does get pretty hot, because I just tapped it with a finger and I was like, ooh, yeah, that is hot. So you're definitely going to want to either use some kind of a cloth towel. I can't seem to find where I put the oven mitts because I don't use the oven. I do have oven mitts here, so maybe we'll get a blind ability search party out here, and instead of an Easter egg hunt, we'll have a oven mitt hunt. Okay, that's the chime. So our eggs are ready, but it says to leave it in for a few more minutes for a drier omelet. That's much nicer than the alarm. That sounds like a Android cell phone. So it's about 5 minutes. Echo. Stop alarm. So now I'm going to unplug the device. Well, you know what? First I'm going to turn it off. That part's not hot. So I'm going to press the button. And there goes your alarm. Now I'm unplugging it. And give it a few minutes. I'm going to let it sit here until the omelet dash maker cools off a little. And let's see how. Get a fork. I can smell it. It smells good. So let's see here. Let's see how hot it is with the cloth. And I just turn it. Took the top off. Gonna let it let the heat dissipate for a minute. Now I'm gonna try and grab the omelet tray with my cloth, and I've got the omelet tray. I've got my plate, and there goes my egg. Ooh, yeah, it feels like it came out good. So, plastic goes in the sink. And by the way, all these parts that you use are dishwasher safe. So, if you want to clean it in the dishwasher, do that. Now I've got my omelet, and oh yeah, it feels like it came out really good. So, I guess I'm going to go have me some omelet. I hope I did a good enough demonstration where a few of you who are like me that do not enjoy using the stove and will not use the stove now have a cheap option to make yourself some eggs. And again, it's the Dash Rapid Egg Cooker, sold on Amazon. I just looked, it's retailing for about $18. Go ahead, and I would highly endorse this product. I have not made any other kind of eggs besides the omelet so far, but getting ready to head out of town, so wanted to get this out there for you people so you too can have your eggs and enjoy them. And for now, I am out.
Enable the blind ability skill on your Amazon device just by saying Enable Blind Abilities. A big shout out to Chi-Chow for his beautiful music. You can follow Chi-Chow on Twitter at LChichow.
When we share
what we see
through each other's eyes, we can then begin to bridge the gap between
limited expectations
and the reality
of blind abilities.
The realities of blind abilities.
For more podcasts with a blindness perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities. Download our app from the App Store, blindabilities, that's 2 words, or send us an email at info@blindabilities.com. Thanks for listening.